Hello everyone! Welcome to my May Plan With Me video. Today I'm going to show you how I set up the first 2 pages of my monthly setup. A quick disclaimer, I lost some of my footage when changing laptops. I tried my best to make it work, so I hope it won't be that noticeable. But yeah, let's get started with showing you what materials I used. For the Coliro metallic watercolors, I used the colors Indian Summer, Unicorn, Red, and a bit of moon gold. My rulers with circle grids to make it easy for myself. Next up we have my watercolor palette. Here we have the Winsor&Newton art masking fluid to help me with the borders between the colors. For the blues I used a Holbein artist watercolor in Paynes Grey. And for the red, the Winsor&Newton Gouache in the color Venetian red. My favorite Fineliners from Winsor&Newton, a nice eraser, and some paper clips. For the brushes, we have the Princeton Select brush in round number 4, and we also need a brush that is either very cheap or is allowed to get ruined. Some washi tape for the borders, a nice pencil sharpener. I used a Palomino Blackwing Pencil, and lastly some acrylic pens. That is almost all, so let's get into the video. I started off with a very light sketch when adding the masking fluid. I added the masking fluid right under or just above the pencil lines. This so they would get covered up by the paint later on. I would speed up a lot of my processes, otherwise you'd be watching me do this for hours. When this is all dry, you see me adding some water to my Coliro watercolors. This so that the water can set for a bit and the colors would be more opaque. Now we can start with the fun part. I started with adding some blue on the left. It was way too light in my opinion, so I started again on the right, making sure to grab more pigment this time. I did do some test runs on watercolor paper, but you see me struggle a bit with the way the paint and the paper react to each other. It was way more streaky than I expected, but I love the result anyways. Now I started again on the left side. I realized that it would be way smarter to paint everything in one direction, so it won't be as messy on the right side. To make the sides more even, I went over to the right side again with some water to give it the same feel as on the left side. Now on to the reds. You see me grabbing one of my test runs. I tried to get it out of the frame, but it didn't really work out. For the metallic red, I mixed the colors red and Indian Summer together for it to match the Venetian red better. For the pinkish metallic color, I used the color Unicorn. When a basic coat was on every part, I went in to create some extra depth. and also to add some metallics to the 2 rounds that were left. I made sure that every color was as opaque as possible. Now on to my favorite part, the peeling. I'd say sit back and enjoy. When it's all dried, we're going to fix the uneven lines with a smaller brush. I used the Princeton Velvetouch Round 0. Here is struggling with the letter M. I resketched the lineouts and started with my Posca marker. Normally this works fine, but I quickly realized that I picked up the color underneath. So I switched to my Molotow All-for-One marker, which worked but wasn't ideal. At one point I just gave up and started using my Amsterdam acrylics in titanium white. I added a second coat, and then I started adding metallic dots to one of my blue layers. For that I used the color Moon Gold. To finalize it all, I painted the stars in the sky. And there we go, the cover page is completed. Now we're starting with the monthly calendar. The first step was to erase some of the lines that were too dark, and then adding the masking fluid. For this round, I decided not to struggle with my white markers, and also cover up the word May with the masking fluid. I wanted to make sure that the two pages felt seamless, so you see me comparing the pages every now and then. The masking fluid is placed and we can start painting again. This time around I started with placing all the blues first and then adding the other colors. And there we go! Some peeling and it's almost ready to go. To finalize everything, I'm fixing up some of the lines. And lastly, adding the numbers to the calendar. There it is, the final flip through of 2 whole pages. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And if you made it this far, comment down below what your favorite medium is. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!